This is VOA News. I'm Scott Walterman. Israeli troops are in the Al-Shifa hospital. A doctor in the hospital says they are just a few meters away from where he is.
The Israeli forces are now within the hospital building. They have been moving between the buildings, where the troops can be seen within the hospital areas. So it's getting more and more close to our building. We don't know what they want exactly. We don't know what's the end point of this, what they need exactly from us.
Israel charges Hamas with using the civilians there as human shields, claims the Islamist militant group denies. Hamas is a U.S. designated terrorist group. Troops raced through the packed corridors and wards and led more than 1,000 Palestinian men, their hands above their heads, into the courtyard. The Palestinian Prime Minister.
Al-Shifa Hospital is more than 14 buildings, and now the Israeli army is in one of the buildings. Obviously, they are going into other buildings, and I hope that the international community will seriously interfere to stop any killing that is going to happen in the hospital.
The UK Supreme Court ruled Wednesday the government's scheme to send asylum seekers to Rwanda is unlawful.
5 justices on the country's top court say asylum seekers would be at real risk of ill treatment because they could be sent back to their home countries once they were in Rwanda. Ruling on Wednesday is a major blow to a key government policy that has drawn international attention and criticism. Britain and Rwanda signed a deal in April 2022 to send some migrants who arrive in the UK to the East African country.
That is VOA's Steve Miller reporting. This is VOA News. Vietnamese authorities arrested a prominent parliamentary official on suspicion of links to an extortion racket, according to the Ministry of Public Security, while a UN representative on human rights was visiting the country. Lu Bin Wang, an outspoken former member of the Vietnam National Assembly, current deputy chair of a parliamentary committee, was arrested Tuesday night, according to state media. He was known for occasionally expressing critical opinions about government officials. Wang's detention coincided with the visit to United Nations by a UN Special Representative, Surya Deva. In a press conference on Wednesday at the end of his 10-day visit, Deva warned about the selective use of the law by authorities in Vietnam to target some human rights defenders and climate activists.
And I also feel that the law has been used selectively to target certain human rights defenders, climate activists, or environmental human rights defenders.
When asked about Wang's arrest, Deva said he had not been informed, but added the government should not use the law as a device to target certain people because of their political or religious views. The investigation into the death of a major Mexican LGBTQ plus figure continues. We get the latest on that now from VOA's Alexa Strope.
Mexican authorities are sending conflicting messages about the violent death of a leading LGBTQ plus figure after thousands of Mexicans marched demanding justice. State prosecutors in Aguascalientes say the partner of Jesus Ociel Baena likely killed the magistrate with razor blades and then committed suicide. But federal authorities are urging caution, saying that, quote, it's important to not throw out any line of investigation. The state authorities' hypothesis has been quickly rejected by many in Mexico's LGBTQ plus community, who say the prosecutor's version of events is, quote, loaded with prejudice. I'm Alexis Strope, VOA News.
Russia says it plans to send cosmonauts to land on the moon next decade. It'd be the first time that they did a manned launch to the moon in Russia's history. A report from TASS says Russia also intends to build a moon base starting in 2031. Madagascar has imposed a curfew in the capital ahead of tense presidential elections. The capital has been closed after certain hours. 2 days after rebel forces in Myanmar's Chin state overran the junta's 2 military bases, they say they have now taken control of a border crossing point. I'm Scott Walterman, VOA News.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.